The topic we're going to talk about is running energy and how to create your own reality. Those are the two topics we're going to talk about right now. So let's start with you, Yaila. Would you like to talk about running energy and how to create your own reality? Let's talk about running energy first.
Sounds good. So my name is Yaila, and I'm an intuitive teacher and healer, and I love to teach people how to strengthen their energy. And when I think of the concept of running energy, I think many of us here, we're going to share similar things as far as what the actual technique is, but the benefits that I see with running energy are really about I kind of call it like a spa day or a spa hour for my energy, or like a psychic shower. So I think of running energy with connecting with energy from above and below. When I say above, I mean the creator, universe, source, God, your higher self, the greater, almighty, whatever you like to call it. I kind of interchange that terminology. For me, it all kind of means the same thing. So I like to connect with that energy from the creator or source, and then also the energy of Mother Earth, since we actually have physical bodies here on the planet. And so when I think of running energy, I've kind of learned this tool from different places and different people. But it's really about calling up the energy from Mother Earth and calling it in from the universe. Some people like to connect it in your heart space. Some people kind of like to run it through your body. But what it is for me is basically it's like an energetic shower to kind of power wash and cleanse out my energy centers. So my chakras, my aura, and just really get myself nice and clear. And it helps me feel like I hit the reset button for myself and my energy. So that's kind of what I would call running energy, and a quick little brief description on how I would do it. But yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And Peyton, what have you got to say about running energy tonight?
Hi, everyone. I'm Peyton. I am an intuitive and a channel, and I'm also a certified energy healer and Akashic record reader. And I help light workers and sensitives connect to their intuition and their higher self and their guides so they can live happier, healthier lives. And running energy, I think, is a great topic for anyone who's interested in doing intuitive work, whether that's channeling or connecting with your guides. Running your energy is a great way to start that process. And as Yaila mentioned, this is something that goes by many names, depending on how you're trained and what your interest and background is. So you may know this concept by another name. In channeling, running our energy is part of our grounding process. So it may be an idea that's familiar to you, even if you haven't heard the term running energy. And I agree very much with what Yaila said. For me, running energy is about connecting both above yourself and below yourself, connecting to the energy of Gaia to get that grounding energy that we always want to have in our energy practice, but also connecting yourself to the higher dimensions. So connecting to, whether you call it cosmic energy or divine energy, it's kind of, I think of it as plugging into spirit. So that's what I'm doing when I run my energy, connecting to Gaia and connecting to spirit. And I think it really just helps you make sure that you're connecting when you do your energy work to the highest vibrational energy you can reach. You don't want to be just plugging into any energy that's out there, and running energy helps you make sure you're connecting with beings and energy of love and light. And so I use a slightly different process than Yaila described, but the concepts are very similar. And I like to connect my energy to the center of the galaxy, actually, and bring source energy down directly from the center of the galaxy all the way through my body, and then shoot it all the way down through the soles of my feet to connect with the core of the planet. And then, as you know, if you listen to our grounding video, anytime you connect with Gaia, Gaia sends energy back up to you. So then I bring the earth energy back up through my body, following the same path, and send it right back to the center of the galaxy. And then I run that energy on a loop. And that's what I use the term running my energy, is just a way to plug into spirit and keep yourself connected and high vibration as you do your intuitive work. So it's a really important concept, and it's one of the first things that I teach all my clients. So if you're interested in doing energy work, learning how to run your energy would be one of the first things I'd recommend.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Peyton. And I'm Corey, and I'm an intuitive clairvoyant, and I love to teach. Well, I'm a teacher at Intuitive Insights, and I love my clients, and I love to help them. I clear a lot of trauma. A lot of my clients have trauma, and return them to love of self, and love of the universe, and all those sorts of things. So, the running energy, of course, I always agree with both of you. Running energy for me is, it's how I start my day. And the reason why is because running energy, it does. Running energy is like a clean out. And cleaning out, again, all the energy that's not mine, and also bringing back what's mine, but then connecting it to the earth and up to the cosmos, and becoming a conduit. For me, it's a conduit, so I can get messages from the universe, spirit, God, and to stay grounded. Lately, there's just been so much going on in the planet, and for me, it's vital to run my energy so that when I go out into the world, when I teach, when I'm with my clients, they need me to be present. And how I do that is by running energy and being that conduit, and being, what I always think of running energy too is by connecting up to the cosmos and grounding myself into the earth and becoming this conduit. I feel like I can't be knocked off my center. So, cleaning my energy field is so important. And how we do it is by running energy. And I love the feeling of running energy. Yaila was talking earlier about, we were actually running energy earlier. And it's like that shower that just washes everything away. But it cleans out our chakras. It cleans out the chakras, gets them right sized, depending upon whether we're, doing, or, for me, whether I'm doing, I'm speaking for all of us, right? But for me, clearing out the chakras, keeping them clean, and that's running energy does that. It cleans out the chakras and charges them up. And just connecting to what's above and below. They say that what's as above, so below. And running energy allows me to be that conduit so that I can be grounded and get messages from the cosmos. For me, it's essential every day. When I don't run energy, I feel off. I just feel off. And, anything can happen, and I feel like I get knocked off center. So running energy for me is essential. And it feels so good. It does feel good for me. I can feel that energy, running through my body and being that conduit. Helps me be stable and there for and present for other people. Anything else you have to say, Yaila?
I was just going to say, I love that word conduit too. It's like, and then I know Peyton uses channel. It's like, you can kind of be that, channel when you're practicing letting the energy flow. And I like to think of, again, that support from above and below. So it's like I'm supported not in this physical realm, but I'm also supported on the spiritual realm. So it's like you kind of get support from again, above and below, and you can kind of be that channel, you can be that conduit, whatever term you like to use. When I started doing running energy or learning about what it was, I've practiced different forms of it, but when I was doing it on a regular basis, meaning a daily thing, sometimes twice a day, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, that's when I noticed my clair senses really start to open up. I really started to trust my reading abilities and being able to see energy. And then I also was just able to really manifest my days and things I wanted to happen in my life so much more easily when I started running my energy.
Yeah, it kind of puts you in a state of flow, doesn't it? Running
Absolutely.
energy puts you in the state of flow. Peyton, what else have you got to add?
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It's like choosing what you are plugging yourself into for the day. Are you going to plug yourself into Mother Earth and the divine, or are you going to plug yourself into what's going on in the world around you? It's making a deliberate choice of what you're connecting your energy to. And you become a conduit for divine energy. And so you're not always reacting to the chaotic 3D energy that, if we're not running our energy, that's what we're going to tap into just kind of automatically. So it's choosing your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Choosing your channel, like on the television, you get to choose which channel you want to tune into, and owning it. And it's also being able to own your own space, right? Like owning our own space and being able to, allow what we want to connect to, as opposed to just being a free flying human being out there in the world.
I read somewhere someone called it raw dogging it.
Raw dogging
it out there in the world without any spiritual tools. I will say too, it helped me when I was first learning how to meditate, because running my energy, it's like a visualization I walk through. So it helped me with that. Like we talked about in our grounding video, just having that visualization helped me learn how to meditate as well and get in that space. So.
Yeah, I think the meditations and the visualizations are really the doorway to help us with all of these tools. It's how we get there, because it lets the monkey mind be quiet, but it gives us something to focus on so that the information can start to flow through us easier. So I think that's a really important part of it.
Yeah, it is. It is for me too. I tried to meditate for years and I could not quiet my mind. And even, watching the thoughts go through, I just couldn't do it. And I really tried. I really did try. But the visualization was key for me.
Yep. It's a game changer.
And it is a game changer. That's how I was able to do it. And running the energy and being able to visualize it. And then eventually, started to feel it. So in all those all the clairs that we talk about, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairknowing, but that visualization, clairseeing, game changer.
All starts from running our energy.
Yep, from running the energy. All right, ladies. Well, let's go around and how can we get a hold of you? Yaila?
You can find me a couple different places. So if you're on Instagram, it's just my first name at Yaila. I got that one first. So you can find me at Yaila. And I have a bunch of links there in my bio for different meditations and my website. You can also go just directly to my website, which is yailaweddle.com. Or I teach classes at the same school with Corey called Intuitive Insights, and their website is myintuition.net. So you can see what upcoming workshops and classes either myself or Corey are teaching, or of course some other amazing teachers there. So those are the best 3 places to find me.
Wonderful. And Peyton?
You can find me on my website, which is peytonenergetics.com. And there you'll find all my classes, my one-on-one programs, and some great free meditations. And if you're on social media, you can find me at Peyton Energetics. where I'm doing lots of videos on all of these energetic and spiritual topics. So pop on there and get some great tools and tricks. And that's probably the best way to connect with me.
That's wonderful. And you can find me. I actually am working on my website right now. It should be up very, very soon. And that is Claire, CLAIR, core, CORE, short for Corey, .com. And now I'm working on my Instagram and all that. You can also find me at Intuitive Insights, myintuition.net for classes that I'm teaching. All right, ladies. So thank you very much for your time.